maple lovers, how are we all doing? It's been a little while since I've done a video. I normally do a bit more regular than this, but to be honest, I'm running out of ideas. I don't want to keep posting the same things. But here, I've got a couple of things I can post about. Might not be that interesting, but I'm reaching. I've got a Akashigatatsu sow, which I don't really see in garden centres. So I was up in Felixstowe, and there was a garden centre there. It was a really nice one. Can't remember the name of it, but yeah, it was really nice. And I've never seen Akashigatatsu sow in a garden centre. And I found it for £12 on clearance. And honestly, it's got a few branches that look pretty dead, I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's still savable, and I do like a challenge like that. It's worth the £12 to me, and it's a lovely cultivar. Now the leaves do not resemble, like, I'll go to my Akashigatatsu sow that I've already got. These leaves do not resemble. So, you know, you got this. I think it's because it's struggling. The variegation might not be coming through properly, or it's either that or they've labelled this tree wrong, which I hope they haven't. But it is on like the sticker there and on here. So, and then you look at this. I mean, the difference is night and day to that. But you know, it's 12 quid, so what are you going to complain about? You've got another maple, so so that's that. I'm gonna cut off some of these branches as well, just prune it back a little bit more. There's not much on there anyway, but that's what I will do. Now, I had a fellow subscriber. He was asking what my Mr. Sun looks like, and what was the other one? Green Elf. Yeah, Green Elf and Mr. Sun. So here it is, buddy. This is my Mr. Sun. They're quite dark green leaves. Yeah, it's a Shirasawanum, so it's got that typical Shirasawanum leaf, full moon leaf, as they call it. I mean, yeah, this is what it's doing at the moment. Some new growth coming through there. And then if we go over here, this is Green Elf. Now, this one's been, let me get it out, I can't really see it in there. This one looks like it's been struggling a bit. There's some new growth coming out here. It's not really looking like what I thought it would, being honest. Like in comparison to the pictures that I was seeing on the website. Quite similar. It's pretty much the exact same colour as Mr. Sun. There's not much difference between that and that. So the new growth on this looks quite nice. That's something that I do look forward to in the summer, actually, seeing the leaves that are coming through the newer growth. You get some different shades. So that is those two trees. It's been quite windy the last few days, so I've had to be walking around picking up trees all over the place, and especially with the wind I need to make sure they're being watered, because the wind dries out the root balls, because I've got air baskets in a lot of them, and it dries them out quick when there's higher winds. So the water is essential. Oh, actually, this is a new one I haven't shown. I went to visit Heron's Bonsai. Saw my good old friend Peter Chan grafting away there, and I saw this out in the fields. And you know, I'm like a magpie when it comes to maples. I managed to find this, and I really like. What I really like about it is this line you've got in the middle, and the leaf shape is really nice. The lobes are quite separated. It just looks really nice. And then, yeah, I put a bit of wire around it to move this branch out a bit more. Yeah, I got it for 20 quid. He said I can have it for 20 quid. So, to me, that's not bad. So I don't know what cultivar this is. I think it is a grafted tree, possibly. It's really hard to tell, but I'm just liking what this tree is. What else is there to look at? Well, while I'm here, I'll just do a mini little walkthrough of everything. Amazing amber. This one's grown on me. Quite a similar leaf shape actually to that cultivar I was just showing down there. This is Moonfire. Sangukaku. This was one of my first trees that I got actually. Lovely tree. Orodano Nishiki. Or Nishiki. Someone put a comment about it being Nishiki, but I've never heard it being called that. The people I listen to call it Nishiki. But if anyone does know, please, I'll see what the majority say. Fire Glow, that red one at the back. This one is Orion. I've got a lot of seed coming through on the Orium here. You see the Samaras. There's going to be loads. It's another great cultivar, Orium. This one's quite nice. This one's Starfish. I'm liking the two-tone colours you're getting on here, like green and red. Yeah. And it looks embossed as well. Meaning like where the leaves curl down on the edges, it gives it a bit more depth, like it's almost 3D. Let's glimpse over here. Benny Maiko is looking really healthy. Do like the look of this tree. Strong bonsai prospect. I can see the resemblance of Noel now, because Noel was a sport that grew off of Benny Maiko, so I only found that out recently. And Noel is a tree I'd love to get my hands on. Emerald lace. What a tree. Such fine leaves, like they're tiny, but there's so much detail, like little snowflake leaves. And you've got an outline of red. Really enjoyed this tree over the years, and it goes a really lovely red in the fall as well. What else? Ariadne. This is a top cultivar. Moonrise. I haven't got as much red blushing on the leaves this year. Not sure why that is, but they do vary from year to year. Some years you get better colours than other years. Should be a bit more like that, and you see. I was saying that maybe it needs to get a bit more warmer, like when it gets closer to a proper summer they'll start blushing more. The weather's been a bit different this year to what it was this time last year. Mango no Sato. And I will do updates on these air layers soon. I need to check if there's any signs of roots, but I don't think it's been warm enough personally for there to be much root going on just yet. But I will check, and when there is something to update I will be updating. This has always done really well since I got it. What is this? Kara Orienishki. Never looked like this last year. Like this orangey peachy colour, like it looks like Beni Shishihenge. Or Beni Shishihenge. Yeah. It's looking even better this year than it did last year. And it's put on loads of growth as well. I think it put on like 2 foot of growth last year, and it's done the same this year. It's just going mad. I think when a tree is thriving and doing well, it will reflect and produce more appealing foliage. That does make sense to me. So yeah, why not? Here we go, more trees to pick up. I did water all of these as well yesterday. We did have rain, but it wasn't enough really. Bonnie Bergman. Oh, this poor Kinran. Well, no, joking. I think the soil medium is just really lightweight, and it's in a small pot, so it keeps blowing over. This is absolutely beautiful though. This has been one of my big surprises this year out of the trees that I've got. And I've got a very few amount of seed on it, not much. There's some at the end over there. My Sumagaki is, I pruned off all the leaves that were shriveled up like this. I picked them all off, leaving the petioles on, obviously protecting the new nodes that are going to develop. You see, and then they'll naturally die back. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, see, I took that off. And then you'll have two well protected nodes that are going to push through. That's why you leave the petioles on. Yeah, so that's going to put on some new foliage in the summer. I didn't get round to air layering this one yet. This Sakazuki. It was going to be like here. I was going to do a twin trunk. It's still not too late. I could still do it. I've just been mega busy. Oh, what we got going on here? Interesting. So this is Kagiori Nishiki. I already pruned off all the reversions. Looks like I've got some more reverted branches that are growing. So what I'm going to do is take them out, because I want these ones. That's the ones I want to grow. So when you get in foliage like that that doesn't resemble what the tree is or what you want it to be, just peel them off. There we go. There's more up here. So now it's got a little bit of variegation on it. I'll leave it. Purple Ghost. Oh, I lost a branch on this Ayoshi. This beast got blown over in the wind yesterday, this Scolopendrifolium, and it, as you can see there, here's what it is. Let's see what's going on in this box. Some seedlings growing in here. See if there's been many changes. I'm going to the polytunnel today actually. There's been quite a few changes on the seedlings. As it's been getting a little bit warmer in there, different colours are starting to come through and characteristics on these seedlings, so looking forward to updating on that. But sadly that Shikatatsu Sour seedling I had, it got taken down by the slugs, because what they do is they climb up they wrap themselves around the base of the tree, and they strip the cambium layer all the way around, and that stops the energy basically feeding into the tree from the roots, and it slowly died off. I was gutted because that looks really promising. That's Anaba Shadari. Ah, there is a seed on there. So yeah, this is Geisha Gone Wild, or Shiraz. Okay. This had the most amount of flowers on it out of all of my maples, and it's got the least, probably one of the least amounts of seed. I don't know what happened there, but the foliage is putting on a great display though. It's looking really healthy. Such rich colours. Look at that pink. Incredible. You can see what sun exposure does, how it affects the colours. You know, when it's shaded you get a leaf colour like that, and it goes like that if it's more exposed. You see more of it under here actually, see that? So you can actually play with the positioning to get the desired colours that you want. Wakehurst pink. This is another Inaba Shadari. Really liking this bright green branch. Works well with the colour of the foliage. Really pops. Ichigyoji. There we go. The ivy's starting to do its thing. Here we go, it's Shigetatsu Sour. This one's starting to blush over now. Again, another example of what the shade does. Look at that veining. Yeah, and that's an Arakawa. This one seems to be leaning to the side. It might be hard to see because there's a lot of greenery around it. Yeah. Cascade Gold. That's a great colour. Yeah, and I sort of trained this branch to come around here like a little canopy. It would be really cool if this was like elevated and you could sort of stand under it and just see it like droop over you, and you'll see a lot more different shades of colour where the sun would shine through the canopy. But yeah, and these are all the bonsai. I think all of these up here are mine's gone blank. They're all junipers. I think this one's a Shinpaku. Yeah, all of them are Itoegawa. Little walk around here. This one's garnet. My very first tree. My mum bought this for me at the local garden centre. Yeah, the story behind this tree, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. So you can see that part there has sort of died off. I didn't know very much about maples at all at the time, and the top part of this tree died off. It used to have another like 3 foot above that. and the top half died off, and I just basically had to cut the tree in half, and it naturally developed this sort of bonsai appearance. So that's what I'm kind of training this for now. It does need a bit of a prune though. I just haven't had the time to get around to that yet. Yeah, Will's Divine. Yukigumo. So I've got an air layer going on this Aka Shigetatsu Sawa. I'll be checking this when I check all the others. This one's Como. I don't know what happened with the Sour Chidori. All the leaves just shriveled up. I mean, it's been well watered, good drainage, but all the leaves just dried up and fell off. And it's still got fresh. It's got fresh nodes coming through. But yeah, I don't know. It must have been stressed in some kind of way. So if anyone's got any ideas of what was going on with that, I'll be happy to hear your point of view. Shishigashira. It's a great looking bonsai. So I think I'm going to wrap this video up. Ryusen, it's a weeping variety, obviously, which the snails absolutely love. Yeah, why not just leave them on there? This is a Conotifolium, Mei Kujaku. A really big tree actually. Yeah, that's a Japonicum. Some big leaves on that. Let's walk through to the front, why not? We're getting on to half an hour. So I'll give it a couple more minutes. I'll do the front quick. So here we have got Atropurpureum. It's looking lovely. Lovely. There's nothing better than standing under a red maple and you've got blue skies. I haven't quite got blue sky, or even grey sky. I don't mind a thunderstorm either, but the colours are incredible. We've got Hama Atomi. Makawa Yatsubusa. Very popular tree in the industry. Summer Gold. Got a few seed on this. Shiraz. or Shiraz Dream as it was labelled. Lovely. Some new growth coming through. Here's another Shigatsu sour with some seed. I think they're gonna die. They're looking quite shriveled. They're probably gonna fall off. So there's normally loads of seed on this one, but I think if it doesn't get watered, enough water, I don't know if it's because of that, the soil in this one's really quick draining. I haven't managed to repot this one yet, so that's something on my list to do at the end of the year. Nah, that's not Pink Princess. I think this is Butterfly. Nice variegation on that though. It's looking really good here. I'll probably develop this into a bonsai tree. It's got a good shape for it. Yeah, little twin trunk. Autumn Moon. I need to cut that side off. It's dying back. Nicolsini. Quite a lot of seed on it. Trompenberg. This is Orange Dream. This is, I think it was just purchased as a dissectum. Shaina. Just moving this other tree out of the way. So this is a Chitose Yama. Quite a lot of seed on this tree for such a small tree. So nearly on every branch. Here we have got Phoenix. It's starting to get its pink colour coming through now, and slight sand dust as well. This is such a cool cultivar. We've got Shirasavonum Jordan. Leaves are looking really neat. And yeah, this is the Atropurpureum. This is the base. I do need to prune some of this, but yeah, there's always jobs to do in this field. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys and girls. I'll be off to the allotment in a sec, and I'm going to see if I can do any videos on the seedlings there. I need to fill up the water tank, so that will take a little while. So while that happens, I'll have a look, see what sort of content I can make there. Anyways, thank you for tuning in and have a blessed day.